government seeks single-digit financing to enhance smallholders farmers' productivity. Federal government inaugurates advertising offences tribunal to improve regulation professionalism in Nigeria's advertising industry. Plus, aviation unions ground flight operations at Abuja Airport as members picket domestic airlines in Lagos. Good evening and welcome to the 7 p.m. news coming to you from Heritage Station. I am Fatima Hassan. Thank you for joining us tonight. The federal government says it remains committed to revolutionizing its agricultural financial institution to meet the needs of smallholder farmers. This comes as the government seeks single-digit financing to improve farmers' output. Here are the details with Musa.
This hall may appear modest with only few people present, yet the matter before them is far larger. It concerns agricultural financing and the critical role of the Bank of Agriculture in helping President Bola Tinubu achieve Nigeria's goal of food sovereignty. The gathering is a retreat for the newly constituted governing board of the Bank of Agriculture, appointed by President Bola Tinubu.
This retreat is both timely and significant. Beyond serving as an opportunity for orientation and team building, it provides the board with the platform to reflect deeply on the mandate of the bank.
Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, stressed that financial institutions must remain strong and fully capable of meeting the financial needs of smallholder farmers.
I therefore enjoin the board to develop a roadmap for repositioning the Bank of Agriculture aligned with the Renewed Hope agenda and the federal government's priorities on agriculture and food security.
The board is chaired by Mohamed Babangida, who pledged to apply his expertise to transform the institution into one of the leading banks in agricultural financing.
Our responsibility as a board is therefore significant. We must provide sound strategic oversight, ensure strong corporate governance, hold management accountable for performance, and help position the bank to deliver effectively.
In the meantime, Minister of Agriculture and Food Security Abubakar Kyari held discussions with members of the Alliance for Green Revolution in Africa, AGRA. He underscored the importance of public-private partnership in driving investment in the agricultural sector. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
For many Nigerians, acquiring a skill is more than learning a trade. It is a pathway to self-reliance, entrepreneurship, and a better livelihood. It is this reality the federal government is seeking to address through its renewed investment in vocational skills development organized by the National Social Investment Program Agency in Abuja. Ruth Agwale reports.
As the world continues to evolve, acquiring vocational skills, understanding business planning, and management strategies required to build and sustain a successful enterprise is critical in today's competitive environment. To improve self-reliance among the youth population, the federal government, through the Renewed Hope Vocational and Skills Training Program, is adapting its interventions to meet emerging global demands and create greater opportunities for Nigerians by equipping them with practical skills and requisite knowledge required to turn skills into sustainable livelihoods.
We will continue to make sure that whatever tool is available to help these trainees to be able to establish sound businesses is made available.
We have opened a portal where all the beneficiaries, the participants are enrolled inside that portal. We know their allocation, we track them to ensure that every participant are very useful to the program.
This is in line with Mr. President's agenda that fosters on health, social intervention, which are main pillars for essential development.
Drawn from different parts of the country, beneficiaries of the program share their experiences, expectations, and how the training could transform their lives.
It will kind of help me to touch other people's life. Thus, I will get people that will work for me. So in that way, I'm also building people's life and transforming people's life.
It's definitely going to be a means of income for me, and I'll be able to use it to help less privileged.
The initiative is designed to empower Nigerians to create wealth and contribute meaningfully to the nation's economy. In Abuja, Ruth Aguela, NTA News.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris, says federal government through the Ministry of Information and National Orientation is assuring a stronger advertising regulatory council of Nigeria with the inauguration of Advertising Offences Tribunal as a legitimate effort to build a more professional, responsible and globally competitive advertising industry in Nigeria. A child's first cry marks the beginning of life, but a birth record gives that life a legal identity. As Nigeria steps up efforts to ensure every child is counted and protected, the National Population Commission (UNICEF) and partners are taking birth registration directly to hospitals, including Wuse General Hospital in Abuja. Oluseyi Adiagbo reports that the initiative targets newborns and parents who face barriers such as distance, cost, and limited awareness. His report. Air operation at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, have been disrupted today, Tuesday, 11th August 2026, following industrial action by major aviation unions in Nigeria. The Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria (FAN) assures passengers of safe, secure, and orderly airport operations and confirms that earlier airside flight challenges have been resolved. Angaju Anangawa reports.
The unions involved include National Union of Air Transport Employees (NUAT), the Air Transport Services Senior Staff Association of Nigeria (ATSAN), among others. The action has left hundreds of passengers stranded and flights halted. According to the union, the strike is in response to alleged blocking of staff from joining unions of their choice and non-remittance of the statutory ticket sales charges and cargo sales charges by domestic airlines. They say the development has starved aviation agencies of funds and stalled collective bargaining agreements for staff. The unions are demanding a guarantee that airline workers can join unions without fear of victimization. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) has appealed to the unions to suspend the action and return to dialogue. The NCAA assured passengers that flight safety remains uncompromised and that it continues to carry out its safety oversight responsibilities. The Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, in its response, says it is closely monitoring the ongoing aviation union industrial action. In Abuja, Angaju Anagawa, NTA News.
Similarly, passengers at the Muritala Mohammed Airport in Lagos are stranded after aviation unions picketed domestic airline operators over their alleged non-remittance of the statutory 5% ticket sales charge and the denial of workers' right to unionize. This has led to the entrances of the departure terminals at Muritala Mohammed Airport, Terminal 1, Alpha and Zulu terminals, and Terminal 2 in Lagos. We'll be back shortly after the break. Please stay with us. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. The wheel of civil service digital transformation is in motion, and the Nigerian Television Authority, the nation's flagship broadcast, is taking steps to ensure its workforce moves with it. This is as Galaxy Backbone conducts further training for NTA staff who are part of end users of the secured indigenous One Governor Cloud platform. In a separate development, are you aware that regular observance of defensive driving by motorists will result to 50% reduction of road crashes in the country? This was revealed when officers of the Federal Road Safety Corps trained drivers of the Nigerian Television Authority on defensive driving and other road safety precautions. Oyeyemi Ajayi has more.
Defensive driving involves using safe habits and spatial awareness to predict risk, avoid crashes, and preempt mistakes made by other drivers on the road. It is one of the major conscious efforts every driver on the road must possess, as it contributes to 50% of road traffic crashes in the country.
That is time I traveled to Calabar.
Emmanuel Adesina is a driver with the Nigerian Television Authority. He recounts an accident he had some time ago. For him, the knowledge of defensive driving would have saved the day.
I fell into dish. When I get into the dish, it got punctured. When I got punctured now, so I couldn't move again. So all the airbag and everything just blew up. And I called my boss immediately. That was happening. I have to run and leave the car there. So
such experiences and more is the reason why the Federal Road Safety Corps is embarking on education for defensive driving and other road safety precautions. They emphasized drivers and motorists should always maintain considerable safe distance between their vehicles and others.
Basically, the key thing that we are talking about is how they could drive defensively. Because when you drive defensively, one thing happens: you save life, you save resources, and you save time.
With a 100% concentration mandated, drivers are reminded they must drive in a manner visible to nearby vehicles.
Well, I'm expecting to see more professionalism in their job, and I'm expecting to see more commitment, and this is motivational. We are motivating them to do more, to work more, and also to give more.
This kind of training is supposed to be over and over for our drivers in NTA, even in the ministry. So we are looking for another one.
For Emmanuel Adesina, more lessons have been learned and better precautionary measures noted. For now, he is thankful of the chance to tell his story.
And that completes our English news for tonight. Join us tomorrow for more interesting stories. Have a wonderful night rest. Bye.